Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. Hope you had a great weekend, and we're going to get right into the list. I think there's 23, so it's always a big one coming off the weekend. 1180 Barnard, 319, and so it's a 1051 square foot home. It's a 3-story, no backyard really, and the counters, they've just got a nice shine to them. They've done some laminate floors here. That's the living, dining, and then 2 bedrooms upstairs. You know, there was one of these that sold up at 318. It was very conspicuous. Like it wasn't worth 318 in my opinion. And then the whole rest of them are less than 310. So really, you know, I don't know if they've got a realistic shot. They do have the benefit that there's not much listed right now. Now we have the same model coming out pretty soon that's going to knock this one. It's awesome. It's going to be priced for less than that. So 94 Panton, 359. And so we've got, I think this model, yeah, I think it's about 1865 square feet, including the finished basement. For some reason, everybody always includes the finished basement in their measurements here. So going back, so you've got the center column. It's really hard to map it out. If I even went a little further back here, so this counter comes off the center column, then there's a door there and a door here. So you kind of walk through your family room right through the middle to get to the kitchen. So it can be a little tough to position furniture, but the rooms look nice. They're actually huge rooms upstairs, the finished basement, and usually the builder is the one that finishes the basements. Penton's a good street. I mean, it tends to get a little bit crowded. You see a lot of cars when you go there on the evenings and weekends. $359 is definitely a good price. So very, very solid price. Irving Terrace, $369, and so this is a Lake Point. It's like 1380 square feet. One big room here, plus the kitchen and the breakfast area. And usually there's one small room right at the top of the stairs that has a diagonal door coming in. The other 2 rooms are pretty good though. $369, these guys are in the right zone. I mean, semi for that price, that's pretty much entry point. Cost again, $369. And so you've got the granite counters here. Now they call the luxury townhome. I don't know if I'd go that far. It's nice though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There's some good windows too. When you're on the corner, you get some really good light coming into these homes. So kind of an interesting angle here. And so the price looks good. And yeah, I mean, the granite, all those little things, California shutters, they all help out too. Farmstead, a lot of these models have been for sale. Honestly, like more effort could be made to not take a picture with a recycling bin outside. To me, that's just sloppy. Dark pictures, angles, there's keys sitting on the countertop. I don't know. But these models are good. I mean, they've got a pretty open floor plan. They have some dark wood here. All that's going to benefit them. They've kind of cornered off and created a space with the open concept with their couch, and it backs onto the green space. So it's probably one of the better ones listed right now. Based on what else is sold, I think 374 is pretty close to the right range. And so Stark Circle 379. These guys listed at 355, and then I think the day after they went whoop and then raised it up by like 25,000. It has a finished basement, crop side model. I'm not sure from this angle if it's the end unit, but we'll probably see in the pictures if there's the dining room. Now, great looking kitchen. And you've got, it looks like hardwood floor, possibility of laminate, and yeah, I mean, there's only a couple photos here. They're looking for a long closing, I think September, October. So there's another one further in the list that's looking for August. So you'd be surprised if you're looking to buy a home. I mean, a lot of people say I'm looking to buy in the fall. Well, guess what? There's an opportunity for you this early in April. I don't know. I mean, I'm not thrilled at the price of that one. Gaisley $415. It's a Lynbrook, 1,500 square feet. Good looking floors here. I don't know what that angle is. I mean, I know where it is. It's half a table. Doesn't make sense to me. Kitchen, they've done some nice work, and it looks like the basement's all finished too. Well done. I don't know if 415 is if this one can stretch that far. Although we've seen some townhomes even hit 415, so it's anybody's guess. I mean, things are moving up. It's like each sale is almost setting a new precedent. And when I talk about sometimes when things are overpriced, I'm talking about even 30 days ago, but who knows what happens. Markets are subject to competition, obviously recent sales. There's all kinds of things that make up the value of a home. McGuire's Honeydale Corner, I think it's like 1,800 square feet, and this one definitely looks good. They've done some nice presentation. This is how you do photos here. Although the table almost looks like it's floating in the middle of nowhere. It has no shadow to it. I don't know if it's just the way I'm looking at it. It just seems like it was placed there after they took the photo. And good looking floors though, so these guys have it all put together. The kitchen, they got the green apples rocking, so all good in here. Okay, $419, a little bit higher than the other ones that have sold, but I also think it looks better than the last two that probably have sold in the last 60 days. McTrack can fit 2 cars in that driveway, but just barely, and you'll probably get ticketed if you do that enough. Milton parking police are crazy. So $429, 1987 square foot semi. It's called a Southbury. Really nice floor plan. These guys are looking for May 31st as their closing. And come on, that's not good enough. I'm sorry, it's not. Big master bedroom. These photos, terrible. The scary thing is that they're probably not that far off on price. From a marketing perspective, I really shake my head sometimes. So Wilkes Landing, 5049, and we're talking about Quincy Corner, 1878 square feet. And I always talk about the Quincy Corner. My ideal vision of the front shot of this home, most people take it from here, is moving 90 degrees over and taking the double garage, because this is one of the best values for double garage. At the time, it was the lowest price double car garage you could buy in Milton when they were selling these. Good looking, like nice high ceilings in the living dining here, and yeah, nice. The 9-foot makes a huge difference in this model. The last few have sold right around 500, and this one looks good. So even that angle, I'm talking about going further over to the left and really getting that double car garage, making it overt. And on top of that, as nice as it is inside, it also has this sort of premium lot. And it's not as wide in the back, but it goes further back. Nice stuff, really impressive. July 31st is the closing on that one, and that's a strong contender for one of my picks of the day. Greenleaf's is 509, and it's 2175 square feet, basically one big open room here. And then you've got your kitchen, well done, certainly well done. Family room upstairs plus 3 other bedrooms, and I think there's the same model that's also listed a little bit further down with a finished basement. So it looks good to me. It looks like it's right in the right range. Bradley Terrace, 519, and so we're talking about this one. I think is around 2,100 square feet. Big open room there, and then you've got your kitchen. I don't think the hood fan matches. That's one of the things that I look at to just as a seller. Good to have all your kitchen stuff matching. So everything looks okay here. I mean, the basement maybe isn't the prettiest, but it's a well-priced home. The backyard, I think what this represents is that it's big enough that you really could put a full pool. It's 102 feet. Some of them in the subdivision are as long as 109. So nice stuff. Again, I'd probably take that out, that trailer. Nice first shot. And you'll see, so cars in the driveway, things in the driveway, doesn't really have a place in a listing, in my opinion. July 6th is the date for these guys, and with kind of an odd date like that, July 6th, you know it's an important day. So Turner Drive, 529, and so it's a 4-bedroom. It's got the living dining that are almost separated by a half wall here. It's a good floor plan. I'm sorry to say that the tiles and the kitchen cupboards do not match at all, and I'm not very good with colors, but I can see that a million miles away. So even though somebody may like blue, it's a very tough color to sell a home. Blue cupboards, blue countertops, blue tiles, they're all very, very difficult to sell. I see buyers all the time that cringe and they go, I'm going to have to change this out. So it's all about the neutral. Spice it up with some nice pillows, with some towels, with some of your accents, but keep your basic elements nice and neutral and sort of mass appealed. Okay, so there it is. There's your kitchen. Man, that'll be a little tricky for them. 85 feet deep compared to some of the Manis that about 80 feet. So I don't know. I think it'll be tricky, that one. Here's the one on Sprout, 2175 square feet, and it's got a finished basement. No photos on this one, and it does look good. It looks like it's got the fourth bathroom downstairs, the full bathroom. 9-foot ceilings definitely help. Inman Heights 559, and so this is 2436 square feet. Not my favorite layout. It sort of it's like it almost sort of smokes out to the different rooms on the kitchen. They've done a nice job in here though, and probably a better deal than the next one here on Lederman, which is also at the same price at $559. I believe that the previous one is a little bit bigger than this one here by 100 square feet or something like that. I don't know. To me, it just kind of plain, not really anything special. Description doesn't really tell you much. Kennedy Circle. This one's been for sale for a little while at $569. I think they say it's about 2,500 square feet. It actually feels a little bit bigger to me inside. You've got 4 bedrooms. You've got a nice open front entrance there. The kitchen, I think, looks really good. It feels a little dark when you're showing it. And I think the two things that have probably held them back, from my perspective, they've got a red fireplace. And so that's going to be that's always going to be a little tricky. Sorry, let me go back here. Sorry, my computer just froze a bit. So let's go back. So there's the kitchen, and then you've got your eat-in area, and then you've got that red fireplace got to neutralize. And they did a whole backsplash on this whole wall. So I don't know if that appeals to everybody. I mean, it looks a little bit busy. If I'm watching TV, I don't want to see all these different tiles. The rooms upstairs are good. There's a glass shower. And there are some shots probably in the virtual tour of the finished basement. The thing about the basement, and what I recommend to clients, is like if you take your basement 90% of the way, but you just don't finish those little touches, you're not going to see nearly as much value. So these guys put a little bit of money in their basement. They may have done it already, because I showed this home probably a couple months ago, and it's been off and on the market. And I just thought, boy, if you just finish some of the trim, you just cleaned up a bit, made sure all the corners are nice, then you get the real value for that basement. Whereas if it's kind of half done, or somebody looks like they just haven't finished the job, you're going to lose money. It's just one of those things. Basements generally, you're kind of breaking even on the cost, but just do that last little bit to really make it inviting for the buyers, because that's extra living space. Calman, about 2,500 square feet. It's a wood lily, carpets. I don't know. It's okay inside. There's some pot lights. To me, it's just kind of blah. It's got a nice layout. You lose your front parking space here because the garage sticks out. But when the garage sticks out, what happens is you get more living space inside the home. So I really like the floor plan in here. For that garage, for me, I'd have a tough time if I was looking to buy a home. Maddox 608, and so it's about 2,800 square feet. Stone Church, I can't think of the old name for it. Nice elevation on the front. It looks impressive from the street, and the photos look great too. The archways, this is nice. The iron pickets, cabinet depth fridge. These guys have done this one up. I saw one of these sell last year for 60 something, and I think this honestly looks better. These guys are not going to last long. This is definitely a Chuck pick of the day. One of them for sure. I really like this home. Boy, they chose a really good price for it too. $894 Yates, $614.9, and I'll come back to this front shot because I got a comment about it. But when you look at the inside, I've been inside this home. It is done really well. You're talking wainscoting, you're talking crown moldings, great looking hardwood floors. That kind of color will be stylish forever. You go too dark or too light, it's sort of, you never know. So good floor plan. Vanderwood, about 3,000 square feet. And the kitchen, everything's been done. I think the reason why this one hasn't sold, and maybe I'll go to the second shot here, this post right there is right where you open your car door. So I don't think there's anything inside this home that's a problem. I don't think the price is a problem. Yates is a little bit busy, but I think that post has caused these guys not to sell. A home that was similarly upgraded sold right at $610 not that long ago. So that is the real issue. But the other one at $610 had a different elevation. Oh man, be really careful when you're looking at floor plans from builders. Watch the posts in the driveway. I've seen them on a couple models and they can really hurt you. Bayless Court 629. And so it looks like you're right on the corner of Scott, and there is some green space over here across from Escarpment View. Good looking finishes inside, really nice, very well decorated, and I don't know. I mean, it's 629. That's a money shot right there, I'll tell you. And my concern would be is that it's less than 2,500 square feet. It doesn't have a finished basement. That will be tricky. I love the home. I don't know if it's in the right price category. Brothers, this is a Vanderwood. This is the same model as the one that's for sale on Yates, and it's whatever, 45,000 higher. I think the photos could really use improvement. I think less stuff in the home would definitely help them out. I don't know what it is with this blue tone. They say it's 100,000 in upgrades. You can't even see it. There's too many chairs in this room. I'm just not a big fan of this one. I don't think that, from what I'm seeing, it's really going to wow people. It does have a finished basement, which definitely helps. You're probably talking on a model like this, maybe 20 to 30,000 for the basement. I don't know. To me, yeah, it's okay. Freeman Trail 689. So this one here is a Juniper model, and so you come in the front door. You've got this small area. A lot of people use it as an office, but it's technically a formal living room. And you've got a powder room that looks sort of quirky and fun. And then you get past there, you've got a dining room. Just to the right of this photo, off the shot, is where you'd have the dining room. And then you've got your kitchen. There's a little bit of a sort of a lit, not really a breakfast bar. It doesn't come out. And then your family room opens up. And so if you're watching TV, sometimes people have the concern that that open area up here is actually the noise is going to travel up to the bedrooms, but it looks impressive when you're there. And so there's your dining room right there. Upstairs it looks like they've got kind of a patterned Berber carpet. Looks quite nice. Finished basement and the forest. So that's a great shot there too. I think that really lends itself to that feeling of privacy. Now this model, the same model, has sold in the last couple months for $520, $530. Aside from little upgrades, let's even say if the house is worth $650, your finished basement on a home like this, again, 20 to 30 at the most. Your woods behind, 20 to 40 maybe, depending, sometimes if you're the only one you get a bit more of a premium, but you add those numbers up and to me it doesn't equal 689. I wish them luck, and any home that looks good, that they've done a good job marketing, the nice photos, everything, I'm rooting for them. I don't know if this price is going to work, but again, terrific home. So that's the list for today. If you have any questions, if you want to go see anything in today's list, if you want to meet us at Starbucks, come to a buyer class, all that stuff's available. It's just over to the side, or you can call or email us. Have a great day.